Okay, great. So now, till now, we are able to complete all the PO related documents and all those things. Today, we'll see PO parking flow, even though that is absoluted. But in future, if sometimes you should not think that something is missed, so then we'll go with the non-PO flow and then channels like that. One by one, we'll go. So now let's say uh, for PO based parking invoices, we should not allow parking first of all. So why I'm just taking this topic is like in future sometimes you are going to work with the existing project. So in that case you no need to face some struggles, right? So how the parking work and all. So that and all I just want to give the information. So copy paste PO based. So I'll just include. Okay. So, basically, if you are going for new implementations, do not encourage customer to go with the parking flow because we are already parked in Vim. Okay, we already parked in Vim. Nothing but we are parking in this DP documents and all those things, right? So we already parked here. We no need to park again separately in the SAP. So the flow here is like existing. So there will be a normal AP user, another super user. So what they were doing, so normal user will enter all the data and he used to park. Then it will go to the they will give to the super user, and super user one more time he will verify the data and they will post that invoice. So that was the flow we have in the existing, let's say. So for that, how do we automate? Automation point of view. So here manually they are giving the document, park document to the super user. Instead of that, we can trigger a workflow to the super users team by creating a role. Okay. So whenever the invoice is parked, so we can trigger an workflow to that particular super user role. So how do we do that is the question now. So few things. I'll write it down. So So these are the things which we need to change. So first, what I'll do, I'll create a role for parking. So P_9CX5 PIR GVIM APS7 parked noise role. And then assign templates to role. So I've created a role and assigned a template, and I've assigned agent also. So now next process is like I need to assign it to parked reason. Assign the role to parked reason. The configuration is under PO based. There is a parked invoice processing. Under this we have park reason maintenance. So under that we have park definition maintenance. So here any of the parking reason you can select, and any of the parking reason you can select. This is the PO invoice approval which we do not require. Vendor audit required or vendor maintenance required. Any of the reason you select and change this particular initial actor. So change the initial actor. So click on save. So 151 is we have changed. So let's come back. So here I'll write it down. Create role under PIR product code.
Hello Ram, under role, need not to maintain that field for PIR.
It is already, I've used the standard template.
Oh, okay.
So standard template, so you no need to see. Every time we should not repeat same topic, right? So you are already aware like how it will work.
Yes.
So that's the main motivation. So select one of the parking reason, then go to details view and change the initial actor to your role. So this is also here in the section. So we need to go to technical configuration, advanced process option configuration, PSS process option OST. So here block reason 9 is equal to your PO parked scenarios. So just go here up to here it is saying park reason maintenance. Under this parked invoice processing. Okay. Technical configuration. Under that we have PSS user process option OST. Advanced process options. Here So what I'm saying is like in the block reason and initial actor whatever we given in this combination, you assign same blocking workflow how we have done same way. We need to assign for block reason 9. So what role we created? ZBeam APS 7. So for him, what are all the options we need to give as a super user? So he need to post an invoice. That's it. So he can post an invoice, change and post PO based invoice. And if you want, you can also cancel an invoice. So you can also cancel an invoice. You can, if you require, you can also reject what you can say, refer to invoice, something like based on the requirement you can take and you can assign. So here is there any delete invoice PO. So I'm giving two buttons, delete invoice PO. So now click on save. So two buttons I've just given. So now what is the next step? So here combination is like, I'll write it down. So click on new entries, provide details like below. Block reason 9 from actor is GVM AP 7 and option type B, option ID what I given 2024 2024, same way for 2026. So next we need to enable this one, right? So we need to enable this blocking workflow to trigger, parking workflow to trigger. So based on what configuration we need to change the BDC IDs, change the BDC IDs at DP document type level, DP document type level. So go to, so where we have, so we need to come back here. So currently it is for process mapped for process is mapped for uh, posting of invoice BDC IDs. So now we need to make it as parking of invoice. So document type configuration.
Ram, those option ID already those are Vim standard or need to maintain at anywhere?
These are standard only. You need to click on F4 help, you will get it.
Oh,
Yesterday also we saw, right? So how to create, I already explained you, like here we have a buttons, blocking flow also same option IDs, parking flow also same option IDs. So under technical configuration, here you will see all the option IDs, standard option IDs. So whichever you required, you just use it and assign those. You're clear?
yes, Ram.
Okay. So document processing configuration, under that document, maintain document types, right? Document type configuration. Select your DP and go to document processing. Select the default process type and change to your BDC action. So here I'll select park PO invoice online. So 13, what is 13 and 16? I'll just check. 13 is non-PO, 16 is PO park online, and then here 11, 14. 14 is non-PO, 11 is PO parking background. And we need to assign the parking reason 151 over here to automatically park with this park reason. Okay, to automatically trigger the workflow, whatever parked configuration we have done, right? So to do that, we are assigning the parking reason over here. So I'll write it down. Select your DP document type, and document processing tab. Select the default process type, and change the BDC ID logic like below. BDC transaction ID is 16, background transaction ID 11, and auto flag auto flag park reason. Okay, so let's execute the scenario. So I'll take one of the PO and create a scenario. So for parking flow, we no need to suggest to the customer that we can park in this way because we are already parking in Vim. Same way, we can build one business rule and we can give one flag to super user in the other data tab. Then he can process that. So make it that. So you no need to suggest the parking. So I'm just giving a heads up like. So I've executed an invoice. Same way, what it will do, instead of posting in the background, it would park in the background. See, it is parked in the background. So now a parking workflow need to be triggered. Based on the parking reason. So it will go to that particular super user. So he will take an action. So I'll check. We also have a parking reason rollout criteria. Here both the FMs are same. It's similar for blocking workflow and the parking workflow. Both the event linkages are same. Only parking check FM is different. So we need to basically control in this FM parking related, but never suggest go for parking in the with the customer because it's not recommended. They have removed in the coming future releases this option itself they have removed. Event. Checking like why it is not trigger the workflow. Here there is no issue. Some problem in the container element. Okay, even though it is managed. Okay, so here if you see vendor audit required, the workflow is triggered to current role JVM APS 7. Okay, so let's make, we'll go to super user workplace. See, he is able to see only two options: change or post PO invoice, delete invoice. Same like blocking workflow screen, but here you will get the parked reason and entire information. So you can take. So how this configuration came based on our process options, whatever we given. So it will come through that. So we have given this one, right? So PO based under park reason, technical configuration, advanced. So based on this role, so GVIM, sorry, block reason 9, GVIM APS 7. So here we assign two buttons. So that is the reason we are able to see only two buttons here. So rest all already know. So based on what criteria this is triggered. So it is parked because we have done a parking configuration. So first system will come here. It will park the invoice, and based on the park reason 157, it will trigger to APS role. So that is park reason 151. So here under this we given the role initial actor. Here you can see the initial actor. So same 151 where we have assigned the linkage, we assigned at the DP document type level. So here we have assigned default park reason. So that is the reason the workflow is triggered. So now if the super user can take action whether he want to change something or he want to do something, all those things. So let's say I am posting this invoice. The invoice is posted, the workflow will be completed, and you can see in the Vim analytics same status like refresh. So the invoice is posted, right? You clear? You clear, guys? How this is working?
Yes, Ram.
Okay. So few of the questions which you asked, right, Anuleka, related to first is like related to this VORNR, how the invoice type and credit memo type is triggering. So whenever you scan the invoice, as I said yesterday, so here only we have this mapping IDs. Mapping IDs for each channel will be different. So ICC will be for both coming from OCR way. We are going with this one. So let's say VORNR. Here it is not there. Let me check here. VORNR. Here also do not have any field. Wargang. Here it is there. See, this is the one. Under this enhancement, Wargang is a field. This field will define invoice or the given means whatever scanned invoice or credit memo or what is a scanned one. So that is definition. So from BCC, if it is a invoice, then it will send a value called 1, CP value 1. If it is a credit memo, it will send a CP value 2 from the backend, means OCR will send this. So in credit memo also, they have 2, 3 values. Like this, it will decide these values are in the BCC level. Okay. So based on these values only, it will determine how these values will be populated based on your BCC what I can say BCC side. It will automatically read the text invoice taglines or credit memo taglines. So those it will read and it will give the information. So that I will show you like when we are executing the scenario, but the logic is here only based on this particular field mapping configuration, and that is triggering invoice or a credit memo. You clear this one, Anleka?
Okay, so if from BCCA need to maintain also, right?
We no need to maintain anything. BCC is a free defined. Everything is free defined. So we no need to do not even single thing to do this configuration. That is why we are doing here.
Okay, only function module need to maintain this
That is
logic.
already maintained. That is already maintained. This will come automatically in the channel's mapping ID. So it's
Okay,
already predefined. So you no need to do anything separately.
okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. And the other one you asked one more thing related to PO. Mm, what is that?
Yes, for unplanned delivery cost.
Okay. Unplanned delivery cost is the field which they given here in this particular basic data tab. If you want, you can utilize based on the customer. So we will not populate anything. So here we'll have a restriction for unplanned delivery cost. You can adopt a business rule for unplanned delivery cost. If it is more than certain price, then stop that business rule. So that is what we can do. So this is a free-defined field. So when you click on post invoice option, it will transfer the data to unplanned delivery amount in the Miro. So whichever amount, if it is 132 you given, so this unplanned delivery cost limit you are maintaining in the SM30. So and you also have a business rule for this standard business rule they given. I'll show you standard business rule. So I shown a way. So you just uh, whatever requirement you just check here, and accordingly you build a solution. So you can also check in the standard or go to the process types and you can check. So in this, check for the unplanned delivery cost business rule. So we have a process. So here you can search. Somewhere there is a business rule has to be there. One second. So here, based on this field, yeah. See unplanned delivery cost. So based on the SM30 maintenance, if it is more than some value, then trigger this exception like that. We can. It is moving. Okay. So they have used here only, not defined. Simply they are populating in this. Maybe they have removed this option. So there is an option we have in the business rule. There is separate business rule. If unplanned delivery cost is more than some certain price, then trigger this business rule. Stop. APS team lets know. So we also have in SM30 nothing but our G-const table enhancement point. So that limit maintenance is also there. So that is like here in this limit maintenance is also there. Let me show you. Item amount IDH sync. Mhm. Okay, removed completely the business rule and maintenance part, everything. They're just populating automatically here in the newer versions. So earlier, what was there is like you can also do that. So we have one business rule over here. Okay, so that is referring to this SM30 constant. You can also maintain your own constant. Okay, they would not have any restriction. So 005 unplanned unplanned cost. So product version instead of product constant, and here you provide unplanned delivery cost. So more than some 120 of the local currency, let's say. So we will compare always with that particular. So now I've created this constant, right? I can use this constant. So I can create one more business rule. If the unplanned delivery cost is more than certain amount, then trigger that business rule. Because unplanned delivery cost, why it will come into picture? Let's say something freight order which is coming from a ship or something like through ship or some other ways it is coming. So there will be some charges moving, shifting, and the person charges. So unknowingly that is added. So sometimes it will be more than what they expected. So that is the reason they will keep a control on this particular one. You're getting, so you can give any amount. So sometimes item amount is only 20 USD, but the delivery cost is more than 600 USD also. So that controlling part basically. You're getting.
So is it automatically picked or manually need to do?
Manually need to do, or there is nothing like automatically we need to give. So we can give freight amount, handling charges, unallocated expenses. Based on this also it will be auto populated. So sometimes AP processor will give this also manually, this four fields, like based on the freight amount, handling charges, unallocated expenses. This unallocated also, all those things will be added here. So while shipping the goods from one place to other place, this all comes in the freight shipping, meant to say like transport management system related invoices.
If there has some unplanned cost at PO level,
Hmm.
then how it is picking from PO to invoice
We are
DP
not
level?
picking. So we are not picking that. So if you want to do that, you can customize. That's why the logical module processing is the given. It's up to years, so there is no standard. That's why we have a logical module processing. You can populate, auto populate how you want to, which data you want to, for which types of POs. You're getting?
Yeah, but can you show one scenario how it is auto-populating?
For what?
Means how it to maintain at logic module for auto-populating.
Logical module I've explained you, right? So how it is auto populating. The scanning
Yeah,
location
but
we
for
have done.
unplanned.
Same way you need to change the field. This field you need to populate. So field value. So here what we are doing in this class, sorry, in this particular method, what we have done. So that is like customer requirement, right, Anuleka? So you need to take it there. So one same logic you need to apply for the same. Here what we are doing, here we are assigning the data for scan location. Same way you need to assign the data for the field, exact field, which field you have, unplanned delivery cost field. Concept is same. The field name is changed, what value you want to bring. So those and all will ABAPer will take care. So population logic we are writing here and we are assigning it this particular class to one module ID and we are assigning to our DP document type.
So function module is same, that scan location.
Scan location, yeah, function module is same means you need to create a new one.
Yeah.
Create new process ID and everything. So ask him to map to this field, unallocated expenses. So here what will happen? So if you go here in the scan location class, where is that? Okay. So here instead of bookers, you are giving this particular field. Control F, this field. Booker, instead of scan location, you are giving this field, asking ABAPer to maintain this way only. Runtime logic they'll build and they'll populate it to this one. So at last, what you are doing, you are populating it to your CV index header is nothing but the header table, nothing but the Vim header table. So that is how the logic. So once you have done this, then what you will do, this class, so once they develop the class, so what you will do, you will create one particular module ID and you will assign that module ID to a process and you will assign that process to your DP document. So we will create a module ID, separate custom module ID. So this class developed by ABAPer. So whatever you want to, you can populate it to this particular header. So if you populate to CV index header, so it will be populated to Vim one header screens, item, then item screens, like that. Logic is same. So here once the class is come, ask him to copy the standard class and build that. So once what you do, you create a module ID and then you assign it to a process. So if you see here, process and start and rerun and then assign it to a DP document. Same process you are assigning to a DP document. So what will happen? So it will automatically populate the scan location or whichever you want. The concept is same. Only thing is like how you want to utilize this. You're clear?
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So yeah, it's okay. So what we'll do, we'll start a non-PO flow tomorrow. So I'll just stop here. Uh, okay. So I thought like you came late today. I thought okay, no one is joining, planning to cancel. I thought, but
Yeah,
anyway, class.
today I came late.
So yeah,
Ram, what about tax determination? How code, tax determination happening?
tax determination also same way up to the customer requirements how they want actually. So accordingly, we will go with the plugins. So there is no separate tax determination in the standard. So here I0 means it is taking from your configurations, like whether you have zero tax is adopted. That is the reason while creating a DP document, whether we need to adopt with the standard configuration or we want to go with our own custom logic. So that is what we are giving. So here, see, here we are defined standard. If customer have any specific tax related, then he can build here or in the processing logical module processing. So here, so to read from logical module processing itself, so here we are mapping all this standard data. See, tax code, determine tax code. This is a standard one. So from here only it is determining the tax code. If you have something which is not similar to your customer requirement, so you can change accordingly. That is what they given. So this is the class which will
So,
determine the tax code in the invoice. Yes.
okay. So, what is the difference between those table, OT tax table or open text table? What maintain that DP document type?
So this will define your tax determination in this FM. It will read. Basically, it will compare with all the POs and other things based on your data. Standard logic will read the tax code. Okay. So whatever we have in PO percentage, and it will check all the freight related. Let's say if you have something like US based companies, they have taxware solution, right? So they have different taxation codes. So in that case, we no need to adopt this. Create a new tax determination logic here, or you can create your own tax determination class here in the module ID. This is the class to determine the tax code. You're getting?
Yeah, for this class, what information need to provide to ABAPA to change the
ABAPer,
class?
you no need to provide any information. So here, when you are doing right, if you want to debug, okay, so always keep the debugger, ask him to keep the debugger here. Okay, how it is determining from where and all, he can debug from here. Vim 7ax2 means from our tool. So this testing tool, you can copy the one document, nothing but give some 583 or something, nothing but in your system. Okay, so then click on submit. So what will happen, it will go to debugging mode. So I just kept in a wrong place. Just give me one moment. Inside if condition I've kept. So let me go to SC24. I kept two things. So here at this place. So that too, and whether you want to runtime, you want to trigger that and all, you already know, right? So 584 copy. What happened? See, it came to debugging. So here you can check how it is populating based on what condition. So what and all happening, everything you can see. So if tax code is initial, then only it is going this logic inside. So If tax code is there already, then it is not going. So, like this. So inside this, it is determining and populating the tax code. See, it is populating automatically, even though I've removed. So how it is populating and all this is a FM which you can see all the information. You're getting?
Okay. So this is a table, na? OPT WIM tax code determination. From
Exactly.
this table,
This is not a table technically, it is a function module. Inside that there will be a tables and lot of other logic stuff,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay then. So I'll just stop recording. Then thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.